What's up, everybody? Choose here. It is probably 5-ish. It's 5:22 exactly, Chicago time. Tuesday evening. Just got off work not too long ago. Just got home from work and started cooking because I knew I wanted to have this. Figured I'd start with this sweetened black cherry flavored sparkling water. This is from Walgreens. They're a nice brand. I believe this is the brand that I like. Hope y'all could hear that too. Ice for y'all this time. I also have 2 homemade cheeseburgers on toasted honey wheat bread. It's soft now though. Doritos and a Caesar salad with apple cider vinegar, a little Caesar dressing, and a little honey. And it's a lot of good. Oh, I was gonna say if I can't get this cheese on there, and since I've got Doritos, I don't want y'all to think they're generic from Aldi or anything, because y'all know I do go to Aldi. Here's the Doritos, just so you know. Bitch ain't cheap. Okay, I was gonna use croutons, but I'm not. So I'll be mixing that black cherry with this Arnold Palmer, half iced tea, half lemonade. Y'all know how much I like that. So let's get started. Felt like I needed a salad. My burgers just have ketchup, mustard, and Miracle Whip. I love me a homemade burger. Seasoned real good. So, if you're a new subscriber, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome. As I said in previous videos, I feel like I have to restart the channel all over again, because I've never really thought that I have 8 plus subscribers. I just don't think that. So at the job today, just a couple of things happened. That ruffled my feathers a little bit. Oh. I'm putting up supplies in the clean supplies rooms. Some of these rooms have two entrances, or one entrance, one exit. You don't have to go in, in one door. So I am kneeling down, trying to, put some supplies away. I have a tote of an item, like a bunch of stuff in the tote, and I'm trying to put away. And I'm kneeling by one of the doors inside the room, And this damn nurse instead of just walking around, it would take seconds to do. Just walking around to the other side so that, I don't have to get up, and so that they don't have to feel like, they're in the way. Go around. And then what annoyed me was there was a moment later in the day where the person had room to come through and open the door. I wasn't doing anything. They had room to come through. But that's when they decide to walk around. This is a totally different person, by the way. But my thing is like, they just don't think. Like, oh, that's so good. I don't know. You know what? This only happens when you have a channel and you're trying to, dig for things to talk about. What I'm about to say to you now. Like at the moment, at the time, it was like, oh, I can't wait to talk about this shit in my video. And now that I'm talking about it, it just seems so like not even worth mentioning. But some of the rooms are really small. I seasoned that burger really good. Himalayan pink salt, black peppercorn, onion powder, garlic powder, and a little smoky mesquite. I can't really even taste it, but it's still seasoned really well. Not too salty, just right. But anyway, the rooms are kind of small. Anyway. So it's challenging enough when you've got, sorry about that. I've got like, I'll take 6 totes of merchandise into a room, and I'm trying not to be in anyone's way. So I've got it down to somewhat of a science where I know where to put those totes of merchandise so that I'm not going to really be, when the totes aren't going to be in any of the way of the nurses. But, I think that is the intent. But sometimes, when you have 3 or 4 of them filing in, and it offends me that when they file in, they're just basically like yapping to each other. I mean, if I see it, if you go in there and you're pulling stuff that you need for a patient, like, I'm cool with that because there's working going on. But when y'all, like, I opened the door this morning, I see one woman through the glass pane in the door. I see her. I had about 4 totes of merchandise that I was kind of just pushing or pulling. I didn't even know. I thought she was on the phone. She's talking to a woman that's right behind the door. I don't see this woman in any vision at all. Get your fucking ass away from the door. Oh, I was gonna call her name just now. Dude, that was the start of my morning in my mind. I didn't say that shit to her, but I wanted to tell her, get the fuck away from the door, heifer. Anyway. I haven't been flirting with anybody on the job. I've been keeping it real cute. But I have been having sudden fantasies about a particular person. And I really don't know why. I really don't understand the why behind it. I mean, he's good looking, don't get me wrong. But I've never really found him, never thought about him in that way. Attractive, but not really my type. But there's a fantasy that I'm kind of playing in my head sometimes when I see him. I'm just gonna hold on to that. I am one of those people. I'm one of those gay people that believe. And I think it's true. I really do think it's true. There can never be a real relationship that's more than a friendship that you can have with a straight guy if you're a gay guy. Now, you can have a friendship. I'm not saying that. Of course, that's happened. Y'all can even probably have fooled around a time or two, in the depending on how long you've known each other. But I feel like there would almost have to be a drunken moment. If you're looking to be in a relationship that's more than a friendship, and I'm talking about love, marriage, sexual, that kind of thing, it has to be based on a solid and truthful foundation. And I just don't think it exists. I think you're kidding yourself if you feel like it can happen. You can have a friendship, absolutely. But being the wife or whatever to somebody who's, dyed in the wool straight, if you will, if there's a such thing. And this is the part where all you guys drop out and just try to focus on the food and the sounds. I'm okay with that. But, you know, in my fantasy, I'm not trying to be a husband or a wife or anything. I just want that ass. I want, can't believe I just said that. I want to be in a submissive moment. Somewhat. It's hard when you're bigger than the person to be in a submissive moment. But again, I'm not saying it can't happen, but I don't feel like I wouldn't feel it. It wouldn't feel. What am I trying to say? I'm not the submissive type. And I wouldn't feel right being submissive with someone who was smaller than me, shorter than me. Aesthetically, it works better for me if the person is bigger, taller than me. And it's just, it's kind of rare. It's out there. I saw a nurse this morning, and he walked in the room, and it stunned me. There's a guy I speak to every time we work together. Every time we work, we don't work in the same department, but we work on the same floor. And every time I see him, he's got his scrubs on, and I have my jailhouse fantasy. Wow. So, I came across this article that I wanted to try to remember details about, and I don't think I'm going to do a good job. Let me give myself some credit. Hold on. So, I don't know if y'all came across this article. It's about a phenomena called sexomania. For instance, it's part of what's called a parasomnia. Basically, people they wind up doing sexual things in their sleep. I'm reading an article, and I'm looking out here, you guys. If you see me darting because I'm looking at a mosquito outside, and this is how I know that we're going to start getting consistently warmer weather. That's what I'm looking at. It's a mosquito or a gnat or something like that. Anyway, one example that was given, and I guess they did a study on a few people in Norway, I believe. One one example of this, there was a woman who was, I think, moaning sexually and pleasuring herself. But she didn't remember what she was doing hours later when she woke up, when her partner tried to tell her, you know, what she did. She couldn't believe it. There was one that I read, I think the guy was 31 years old, and for 12 years he would pleasure himself until, and he like kind of damaged his groin, and he basically did not date. He was so embarrassed by what he did. He didn't date for like 8 years. I don't know if that had to do with the, you know, damaged groin or what, but then a guy is trying to force his wife to, you know, get it on with him. Sorry to use an old term. And when hours later, she told him what he was doing, he had no recollection of it whatsoever. There's much more about why this happens to people in the article. I was fascinated by it. And I started thinking, does this have anything, is there a connection? You know how guys wake up with, you know, morning wood? I wonder if it has anything to do with that. Or if that, like, historic morning wood, if you will, can somehow be part of or tied to this phenomena. But how are you horny and don't know it? This is a slightly adult video. I might have to put a disclaimer or put in the description a little something about this video. So refreshing. All right, y'all. I hope that you had a nice time listening to me. Maybe being grossed out, or turned off by me, by things I've talked about. This is not really a channel for children. I didn't really know. I did know I was going to talk about this, but you know, whatever. I've talked about shit before. Yeah, so that's all I have. I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed the meal. It was really good. I still want to do, I want to do a home run in video. Only downside about that is, you know, picking the right time and time of day to do that, and, you know, just having to bake the pizza. It's really a kind of, you know, I've done it before, of course, but, you know, it gets hot in here, so, but we will do our best, because I really do have a taste for it. I also want to do a pizza puff video. Like, I want to do get like one pizza puff from one restaurant, one from another maybe, and maybe I think that'd probably be enough. I don't know if I can deal with 3 pizza puffs. I'm just gonna buy a store-bought one. Store-bought, they're not all that good to me. And since pizza puffs are like a Chicago staple, I just wanted to have a video that was totally dedicated to pizza puffs. I should probably make sure I'm getting them from places I've never eaten at before. And also, coming up the pike, down the pike, or however you say that, I want to do a vegetarian vegan meal. My friend Adam is going to be, we're going to get together, I think it's next week or the week after next. He's back in Chicago, and we're going to go to Chicago Diner, which is a nearby vegetarian vegan spot. I've always wanted to go there. So I want to go there with him. We're not going to film it, but I want to ask the people working there, or manager or whatever, if they when's a good time that I might be able to film there. So if I get the okay on that, that will be exciting and something to look forward to. I also want to eat at a place, I'll order from there, called I Can't Believe It's Not Meat. They boast some really good food. I can't wait. This will come down the road a little bit, but not too far. All right, you guys, have a good one. 26 minutes, not too bad. All right, have a good night. Take care, bye.